Hi, welcome to my channel. For those of you who are new to it, my name's Beverly Harper. I'm a psychotherapist with over 20 years experience, and I'm now packaging all the golden stuff from the therapy room into helpful advice for personal growth and personal development. Today's video is about a connection which many people don't actually realize, of how our self-worth and how we see ourselves impacts our relationship with money and our results that we get. I don't know about you. I don't know if you've ever noticed, no matter how much you earn or how much money comes your way, it kind of never feels like enough. Maybe in your career or in business, you find it a struggle to ask for uh, a pay rise or for what you're worth. If you're self-employed, talking about your fees might make you feel uncomfortable, and it's really common because our relationship with money is complex and there's lots of nuance to it. So I am creating some videos to dive a bit deeper, give you some insights into things that you can do. And today's video is specifically about the link between your sense of self, your self-worth, and your net worth. We're going to be uncovering why self-worth is a foundation of financial abundance, and how you can start elevating both that and your self-worth. Firstly, the thing to consider is that money is not just about numbers. It is a question of how you value yourself. A lot of people think that money struggles are just about budgeting or strategy, but at their core, they are often about self-worth. Is this kind of making sense? Are you starting to have a aha? Okay. Because if you don't feel valuable, if you don't value yourself, you will inevitably undercharge. You will block opportunities, or you'll sabotage any financial success you have. You only have to look at the history of lottery winners. The very famous Viv Nicholson in the 60s, who was the first woman, I think, to win 1 million. And she just went spend, 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 and ended up destitute, I think. Very sad. So the good news is that self-worth is something that can be built. Your self-worth is not a fixed commodity. It can be built, nurtured, and strengthened over time. And it takes work, like everything in personal development does. So that's the good news. Let's have a look at a few of the signs. I've already alluded to one, mentioning about undercharging. So that uncomfortable feeling, and I know I used to have it, of asking for what I know my work does. I used to feel really uncomfortable about it, but I have done a lot of work on it, on myself now. And also, for some people, they just feel guilt around money, can feel guilty about spending money on yourself. Is that you? Even when you can afford it, just feels uncomfortable. There's kind of a icky feeling in your body. And this could be a sign that deep down you don't feel you are worthy of abundance. Is there a tendency, do you have a tendency to avoid financial responsibility? So avoid bills. If you're self-employed, do you avoid doing your taxes? Leave it to the last minute. These are ways in which become a way of reinforcing negative beliefs about money. It's I'm bad with money, and you reinforce it by your actions because there's a direct link between what we believe our beliefs and the reality create, as I'm always saying. That is the cycle of reality creation. The reality you got now is definitely related to the beliefs you have. Do you consistently make just enough to get by, even when opportunities to earn more are available? Has that been your pattern in life? And is there, at some level, a fear of financial success? And that sounds, what, Beverly? Why would anyone be fearful? But deep-seated fears about money and what money means, and that can come from programming about what you believe about people who have money, which means that you have a fear of financial success. Who will I become? All these things are deeply held in your unconscious mind. And they come most likely from what you observed, what you experienced, what you learned when you were growing up. Because if you grew up hearing, we can't afford that, if you grew up hearing, money doesn't grow on trees, then these are where these beliefs, because as a child, we are sponges. Up to the age of 7, we just absorb everything. So if you've got children under 7, just be mindful of how you are talking around them about money. If you're taught to downplay your needs as a child, then you might still struggle with allowing financial abundance into your life. Then there's also generational beliefs, which is the subject of another video that's going to come up soon. Beliefs about money and success can also shape our financial self-image. So that's sort of, your parents' parents, your parents' parents' parents, your great-grandparents. And of course, we have to consider the history of the time of our ancestral lineage, that your grandparents may well have grown up just after or during rationing, depending on how old you are. So, of course, that can that have influenced how they behave around money. And so it's always worth thinking about this. Your family of origin, what was their relationship with money? And then, of course, if you've had financial failures or you've made big mistakes about money, this may reinforce a belief you already hold about your capability with money, which keeps you stuck in a cycle of avoidance and self-doubt. There's lots of nuance to this. And over the next few videos, I'm going to be unpicking some of it. I'll put a link to my mailing list. You can just send me an email, actually, and I'll make sure you get on my mailing list. There's also a great quiz where you can discover your money archetypes, which also gives you quite a lot of insight. So let's have a quick run through, because having highlighted what the problems are and where they come from, I do like to give you a bit of direction. A good start is to start to recognize your value and write down your skills, your strengths, and contributions. See the worth you bring into the world. And that's not always going to be about your career, your work. If you're retired, you will have contributed, and you will also be contributing on a daily basis. If you're at home looking after your children, what a contribution that is to your worth and value. Really important work. If you're someone who has either, maybe not through choice, had to go back to work, then again, you're absolutely contributing. So write down your skills, strengths, and contributions. Start to notice your limiting beliefs and start to shift them. Are aware that you have beliefs like, I'm no good with money, then shift that to, I can learn how to be good with money. And I find that prospect exciting. If you have, oh, it's always hard, money always slips through my fingers, then reframe that to, it's true in the past that money hasn't stayed around. And now I'm going to change that. And I can trust that I always have the money I need. Your words and beliefs shape your reality. I'm never going to apologize for repeating that. Then practice financial empowerment. And this is taking small steps, either a little saving. If you can't save £5 a week, that mounts up. And it gets into the good practice, but also energetically, you're taking care of money. And money, as I've talked about in a previous video, is about energy. And there's a real power in taking these steps in terms of reinforcing your self-worth. Say no to unpaid work. Set boundaries around money. Ask for fair compensation. And surround yourself with people who respect your worth. Start putting boundaries around people who put you down, and start to say, this has been going on for too long. I'm going to ask you to change the way you speak to me, because I know I matter. And start to use the power of visualization. Visualization is so, so, so powerful. Visualize yourself as a financially confident person. If you step into the identity of you as a financially confident person, how does that feel? How is the financially confident version of you acting, thinking? Embody that energy right now. Also address emotional money triggers. Notice when you feel guilt or fear or stress around money. And instead of avoiding those emotions, lean into them with curiosity. Ask yourself, what am I telling myself about this situation that's leading me to feel this strong aversive emotion? What am I telling myself about money? And spend some time looking at how helpful that is, because you will have uncovered a nugget. If the body doesn't lie. So if you're feeling a physical bodily response, see if you can work out what that emotion is, uh, and then find out what you're telling yourself, because that will get you to the belief. And celebrate little money wins, no matter how small. The more you celebrate money wins, this rewires your brain to associate money with confidence and growth. So, yay. When someone pays you, enjoy that feeling. I'm going to end with 5 powerful affirmations to strengthen self-worth and net worth. First one, I am worthy of financial abundance and I welcome wealth into my life. Second one, my value is not determined by my bank balance, but by my self-belief and self-respect. I deserve to be paid well for my time, my energy, and my expertise. Fourth one, every financial decision I make is a step towards greater prosperity and freedom. And the fifth one, maybe put your hand on your heart for this. Wealth flows to me effortlessly because I'm open to receiving and deserving of success. Making sure that you are open to receiving is really important. So I hope that's been helpful, given you things to ponder, given you things to try. I'll put the link to my Money Archetypes quiz in the description. If you like this content, please subscribe, and then you'll get a notification. And there's some more videos coming up. Okay, thank you.